My name is Baird, and this is my special occasion speech. At some point in everybody's life, they're told they're not good enough. They're told that they just don't fit in. Whether they're not athletic enough, they're not smart enough, maybe they're just too short. No one knows this more than Steph Curry. And as we stand here at the ESPYs, ready to present him with the 2016 Best Male Athlete, we look back on a career where a man learned not only to be persistent, but also revolutionary in the pursuit of perfecting his craft. In terms of persistence, Steph had to learn this value early, because before he was even drafted, he was questioned for his game. As Fred Kerber of the New York Post in 2015 pointed out, he was told that he was not a true point guard, that he was never going to have good shot selection, and that he was never going to be anything more than a backup or a fringe starter. And it's funny to look back on this 6 years later, because a kid that was told that he was never going to be a true point guard turned into a man who became first-team All-NBA. Someone with poor shot selection will become the NBA scoring leader. And someone that was never going to be anything more than a backup or a fringe starter would turn into the MVP of the entire league. Now, as he overcame these labels on the court, he also had to overcome labels off the court in terms of his injuries. Because as Michael Jones of SB Nation in 2013 talked about, Steph dealt with a nagging ankle injury between 2010 and 2013. And this limited his progression as a player and his development of his game. But between 2014 and 2016, Steph really grew into his own as he overcame these injuries and learned how to wow crowds and really develop into a player that no one's really ever seen before. When I say develop into a player no one's ever seen before, it's because when you're a guy like Steph, who's not very big, in a league that values size more than anything else, he had to learn to be revolutionary in his game. Now, how small is Steph? He's about 6'3", 190 pounds. And you compare him to LeBron James, who's the well-known best player in the world, as some people think. He's 5 inches shorter and 60 pounds lighter. So what did Steph do? How did he change his game? Well, Steph realized he wasn't going to be able to dominate inside, but he decided his outside game was good enough. And when I say good enough, I mean, if you look at the top 7 seasons of all time for three-pointers, Steph holds 4 of those. And if you look at Basketball Reference and you compare him to the next best season by a guy not named Steph Curry, he has 126 more than them. So, in this way, like many others, Steph taught us a lot about the game of basketball, because he taught us that when the game doesn't adjust to you, you can change the game. And just like the game of basketball, Steph taught us a lot about the game of life, because he was told his entire life that he wasn't good enough. He was told his entire life that he didn't fit in. But, like Steph, when we're told that we're not good enough, we can be persistent. And we can prove people wrong. When we're told that we don't fit in, it's okay to be revolutionary, and it's okay to change the game. Steph taught us, and as we look back on his career, ready to present him with the 2016 Male Athlete of the Year, we thank him for all the contributions he made on the court and off the court. But also we thank him for the lesson that he taught us. Because even when no one believes in you, if you have the right mindset, anything's possible. Thank you.